Welcome to the Sleepy C and Big B Show.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the Sleepy C and Big D Show.
Alrighty then.
Okay, so the other day when I was driving, not in the carpool lane, I think I maybe had already merged into the third lane. No, but on some days I don't take it at all because it's not necessary. And, I get a little
Why
nervous.
risk it?
Exactly. Like, I play the odds, like you can't drive it every single day.
Yeah.
That's not going to play out well for you.
No.
But I saw a motorcycle cop come up through the carpool lane and the third lane. So split the lane, of course, as a motorcycle cop would do. And it looked like, now I don't know, I didn't hear the conversation, I was maybe 2 cars back, but I had real good visual. But it appeared to me that the cop was signaling for the driver to roll down their back window.
Oh.
Again, I can only assume that because then they did do that. And I'm assuming that cop, because they had tinted windows, I'm assuming that cop was checking to ensure that there was somebody in the back seat to check for carpool. Which is crafty, but also super fucking dangerous. We're on a freeway, and he's just like, let me check it out.
Yeah,
you try to drive a straight line, and I'll try to drive a straight line in the center, by the way.
Right.
In between cars. And, I just want to make sure you don't have a kid back there or something.
That's, $500-$600,
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. There was 10 of them out the other day. Again, you gotta play the odds, people. I'm not doing this every day. That's a dice roll. It's a dice roll either way, actually. But
when do you decide? When you get out there and see what Waze and stuff has to say, or do you just go for it?
Basically, but you know what? What really comes in clutch is your gut feeling. You cannot. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if all people have that. I feel like all people can't have that.
Probably an intelligent level.
Like, I feel like
you have to understand what it is.
Yes, because I feel like
someone
not
that
all
leaves
people
their turn
utilize
signal
it.
on is probably not that intelligent.
Yeah, they're like, you know what I mean? The feeling never comes like, I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's a factor too. Just that light bulb that's going to go off and be like, you know what? This is getting a little risky.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out. And that's honestly, that's just when I make my move.
You dip in and out? Is that how you do it? Or you just roll with it? Sometimes
I dip in and out just to, again, more so for, I'm kind of playing shadow games at this point. Like, I'm not really sure. This is usually, the dip in and out is usually on, like, my 3rd day doing this. And that's risky. We're already risking the fact that we're on day 3.
Yeah. But
I'm running late, so I have to roll with it. In which case, I'll jump back into the 3rd lane, ride that out for a mile of slowness, sometimes not even that long. And I'm like, fuck this. Jump back on, of course, after checking my app to make sure that nothing's been at least, again, that's not a guarantee.
No, because I know some people just take it off or do it on purpose, too.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, there's been times where I've seen a cop, but I can't fucking do anything. I can't message or label it because they're right there.
Yeah, let me crash while you let everyone else know he's here.
Exactly. Like, this will be the signal. Yeah. There will be a car pulled off to the side of the road. From texting and driving.
Yeah, where you see this car smoking, that's what the cop is.
Yeah, like I'm already that's already like a variable as it is. Like, oh, let me just carpool it. That's already risky. Let me also text and drive. So I can let other people know that they shouldn't text and drive right here. Like, what the fuck?
Stay out of the carpool lane and don't text and drive.
Yeah, I've done it a few times where it was, again, like I jumped into the not carpool, into the regular lanes, and so it's stop and go, so I have a moment to just be like, look, the fucking carpool lane is flooded. Get out. I've literally said that before. I've been like, cops in the carpool lane, get out now. That's almost a word for word direct quote that I've posted. And I saved many people that day. It even later on in the week told me, like, thanks for your reviews on Waze or whatever. Like, you helped 1,562 guests this week.
You're
or some
a hero.
Bullshit. Yeah, I felt great.
That's a hero.
I felt great. I hear cops are pretty upset that Waze has that option, like to tag that there are police on there.
Yeah, I just have a feeling the cops are on there too, just doing the opposite. Like, oh, cop is no longer there.
Not me.
Believe.
Yeah, not that I've seen. Right? And that's the thing too, is I'm just like, fight fire with fire, you bitch. Like, why you gotta, you know what I mean? Why
is wrong
why you gotta
you?
be pissed about it? Use it to your advantage. Look at what people are posting.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no cops in the carpool. Not till now.
Hello.
Yeah. I mean, that's how, again, if I were a dick cop, that's what I would do. Mm-hmm. I would use that to my advantage, or I'd swerve people. I'd be like, clear lanes, you're all set. Boo! But, you know.
Well, that's part of the pet peeves that our driving does to us.
Driving, it sucks because I love driving. Like, when I get to just drive, I love it. I could drive every day. I used to do it for part of my job, and that was the best part, is not being at your workplace. Like,
right, you're outside.
And maybe you have to deal with some asshole when you get to their house to deliver their fucking food, but it's over real quick. And then, you know, at the time, I was a cigarette smoker, so the ride back, the ride back, I was like, get my cigarette break in right now, because of course you're only allotted your 2 or whatever during your shift, and of course depending on the shift length or whatever. But I would totally utilize that time.
I mean, you're in your own car and everything, right?
Yeah. I mean, these weren't business supplied or anything like that. These were our own cars. And I mean, we weren't getting paid mileage or anything like that. You know, it was strictly we got
do what you want to do.
We got $1 per delivery. The store got $1, we got $1. So it was a $2 delivery charge. And then whatever we got as tips.
Oh.
So it was actually pretty cool. But, you know, depending on the night, too. Like, I mean, if it was a slow night, obviously you're not going to make as many tips.
Right.
If it's a busy night, you want to tip out your crew because they fucking made all these pizzas that you were hustling.
Exactly.
So. But I would always do the extra, you know. I'd be like, let me bring all the cheese, the peppers. I want 10 ranches. And my boss would get kind of pissed. But it's like, people. That's what people want. You can't fucking send them an 18-slice pizza or...
with 2 packages? Yeah,
they're like, oh, be minimum, you know, 2 ranches per pizza. I'm all, they got a fucking extra large. What are you, who? And then, like, it's not even like they just got the extra large, which that alone, I feel like, is like a 5 ranch minimum.
A 5 ranch dip, there we go.
And I mean, these are little cups, you know. But I feel like that's a 5 minimum. But they get additional shit, and my boss would be like, yeah, that's too much. You guys are doing too much. Like, you know, be within reason. Like 3 for an extra large. I'm just like, that's not reasonable.
I mean, what's it cost him? 15 cents?
Well, and that's the other thing too. Is so he's like, well, we're paying for the cups and the lids, you know, and then we got to pay for the ranch, which we did make our own ranch there. Which, to be honest, makes it cheaper because
you're making
we're making it ourselves. You know, we're buying all the product or buying all the ingredients and the spices.
The spice. Oh, so nice.
We're providing. Where are the spices? There are no chips. So we would make those ourselves. You know, we'd make that ourselves, and then he would have like the other girls that were in charge. You know, like we would all. If you worked the day shift, you had to prep all the food. Yeah. So the other girls would do two things of buttermilk, 2 quarts of buttermilk or whatever, and that's wrong. It's 1.5 to get prime creaminess of the ranch, but also consistency.
Right.
2 is watered down. It's gonna
flow.
Good. Yeah, it's just like you're pouring water on your fucking. It's like pouring milk on there actually because
well, it's buttermilk.
You're going for color. Yeah, essentially, you're right. Exactly. So I don't know. That always used to grind my gears.
Well, it's funny that you threw that in there because you completely went off on a food tangent. When we're talking about driving.
See what happens?
Your joy of driving became your joy of ranch. Now everyone knows how to make ranch.
Not entirely. Well, they just know that buttermilk is a factor.
And that you use 1.5 cups instead of 2.
Quarts. The full, yeah. Anywho.
That's neither here nor there.
I guess we won't delve into that too much because I don't want to reveal.
Yeah, let's not ruin the Colonel's secret.
Of the ranch, yeah. So, anyways, yes, let's go back. I'm sorry. Let's bring that back around. Thank you, Dave, for relocating us back to where we were. But driving is fantastic until you have to drive with fucking morons.
And
that's every day.
Is. I mean, even at nighttime, you can't get away from them.
You can't shake them.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Forget the zombies.
And it doesn't matter the town.
Drivers.
Like, you think... Like, people think that, like, they're just going to move out of the town that they're in and that things are just going to be completely different. It's the fucking same everywhere. Really. It's just, I mean, things are a little bit cheaper or a little bit more expensive or whatever, but assholes are everywhere.
The driver's test isn't hard enough.
And dumbasses are everywhere. No, it's not. You know what? When I took my driver's test, they did not make me do... Did they make me do a 3-point turn? They didn't make me parallel park. I know that.
Really?
Yeah. For the record, I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident in my parallel parking. But yeah, they don't make you do that anymore. I'm assuming they definitely don't make you do it now, but they didn't make me do it.
Well, the cars do it now for you, so
Yeah,
they figure what's
what
the
do you
point?
need?
Just like we don't have digital or analog clocks anymore.
Yeah. Oh my God, I heard about that too.
Yeah.
How crazy.
Well, the kids aren't learning, and why teach it to them when we can just switch out the clocks?
That's also
Cursive.
so we're not doing daylight savings time. We're not doing analog clocks anymore, and we're not doing cursive. Cursive is a little bit older. I know that one's already been kind of kicked out a little bit, but
You sign everything with a mouse.
what the fuck? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, I still sign a lot of shit with a pen.
I mean,
So
when's the last time you saw a check?
Rosa was actually requested to supply one for.
Does she have a checkbook?
She does.
Oh.
She does. And
Do
she
you?
does utilize it on occasion. I fucking don't. I have one check that shows my routing and account number so that I can use those if I need to. It's just, I don't know. I think even when I went to get them, because they offer you, the bank is like, oh, here, you get your 6 free fucking booklets of checks.
Right,
And then
yeah.
after that, you have to pay for them.
Yep.
And my mom was just like, you don't even fucking need those. Don't, it's not even worth it. Like, you could get them and wait for them.
Uh-huh.
So, but when are you going to use them? You pay your,
Everything
all your stuff
online.
is either online or
yeah.
in cash.
Mhm.
My rent is usually put onto a money order. And that was the thing. She's like, she's like, so once a month you have to get a money order. She's like, do you really want to fuck with checks? Like, so, and then you never know. They could bounce, you forget that you sent one out and then it bounces. That's like,
I can't be overdrawn. I still have checks left.
Right. You still got viable funds here on this printed Bambi picture in the background.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to jot your name here. I'm going to put an amount here, and I'm going to sign here.
Have you ever seen, I hope you have, Blank Check?
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh, that's one of my fucking favorites.
I just watched it last week.
I spent most of my childhood waiting for some asshole to accidentally
hit you.
back into my shit so that I could get just a fucking chance at washing that check off or something. But
No such luck.
nope, not even a one time.
Not even.
And then for all the stars to align perfectly that person happened to have $1 million.
That's the problem.
And the timing, you know what I mean? It's just one of those too good to be trues, which obviously it's a fucking movie. I get it.
Yeah.
But
Shattered dreams.
yeah. Like I said, I'd ride slowly through the parking lot, just fucking waiting. Somebody hit me.
Somebody stop
Even
me.
if it just means $50 right here, right now. I'll just take
Just enough
that.
to ruin my bike and get me a new one. Right?
Yeah. I'm like, this one is, this one's on its last fucking leg here. I don't want my sister to have it because she'll just shit on it. Not physically shit, like, on it.
Yeah.
But,
Oof.
she'd probably leave it out to get stole or something. Like, that's a lot of I feel like a lot of her things were
To just one of
left
those
behind.
one of those that just jump off the bike and let it roll until it crashed itself.
I don't even think she was real strong with bike riding. I love you, Ciara. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to think about it, and I don't recall you riding a lot
big
of
on the
fucking
training
bikes.
wheels, huh?
I don't even remember that. I really don't. I remember, man, one time. Oh, jeez. This took a weird turn, right? Where I mean,
hey,
we'll
why
bring
not?
it back around.
We're talking about crazy drivers, so sounds like she's winning right up there.
We'll bring it around, but since you said the term crazy driver, this is actually kind of a perfect lead into the fact that one time I was practicing my driving skills of golf balls.
Ooh.
I was a big fan of Happy Gilmore growing up.
Yeah. And you tried to do that run thing?
Yeah, now for the record, I'd like to preface this by saying that I did tell my sister to not stand in front of me in any way. Like, no matter what, you just shouldn't be ahead of somebody swinging a golf club or a bat or anything like that, unless you're prepared
With a
to catch it
projectile.
or something like that. So I did my walk up, 1, 2, 3, full swing step into it, Happy Gilmore style. This ball cuts hard, slices. For those of you that play golf, that's a golf term. Slices hard right. Pew. Nails my sister in the arm. Like, drops her like a stone. Just a fucking fallen bird. Like when a bird hits the glass.
Uh-huh.
Because they can't see its Windex so nicely.
Yeah.
And then they fucking shit on themselves and die.
Okay.
That's kind of like equivalent to what happened. She didn't shit on herself or die. But she dropped hard, fast. And we're in a fucking field. That, by the way, like if we were looking out this window, you could see into the field from the top. My parents, their room was upstairs, So their backyard visual is the fucking park that we're in.
Okay.
And I'm just immediate instinct, like I out of fear, not even like I don't even think it registered yet that she was hurt. I was just like, oh fuck, I'm about to be in hella trouble. Like I gotta go pick her ass up so it doesn't, dust her off real quick,
right.
so that if they happen to walk by the window and look out, they don't go, what the fuck happened to her? Why is she on the ground?
Why is one laying down, the other one laughing?
Yeah, so I fucking just ran over immediately. I'm all, get up, get up, get up, get up. Those of you with younger siblings know. Just
it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
You're fine. Shake it up. Here, let me just rub. I'm trying to rub her arm like into some sort of submission. Let's find the ice cream man. Yeah, anything I can do. What do you want? Would you like some money out of my own pocket? Like, is that gonna fucking make you stop crying in front of the possibility of our dad walking by and seeing? Fuck. They did not find out until later, of course. Like, Ciara had a fucking golf ball.
Say, what the hell?
I mean, it swelled up to like a baseball, like it looked like a baseball hit her in the arm. But,
how far was she?
Oh God, I'm a bad distance judger, so I'm just gonna say it was roughly 10 yards.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's close range. Yeah. It's probably more than that. It was probably 20
And you got
yards.
a hold of it good?
It was a good strong slice, like I said. I mean, I'm not like a pro golfer or anything, but I definitely got all of it, and it just sliced hard to the right, and
right where she was standing.
Yeah, she was probably, again, that was more realistically probably 20 yards out, and probably 10 yards to the right, and it took that full 10-yard slice. Like,
oof. Well, at least it hit her in the arm.
Yeah, honestly, that's the only thing I think I had going for me. Because it was high on the shoulder. Like, if she would have just been maybe a foot back, that's face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's hard to hide that one.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, like I said, this one peaked past all the fucking t-shirt marks, too, anyways. Like, it was such a big bruise. It was a disgusting one, too. Ciara's had some real bad luck, I feel like. Like, with injuries.
How many are because of you?
Well, I think that's the only one that's actually, like my fault in its entirety. Like, that's my only major
Hey, go
injury
play in
to
traffic. Her. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was never, because I was always in charge of her, like, responsible for her,
Yeah,
like,
it sounds
so
like
I
it.
couldn't let her do that. But, man, one time she went running down the sidewalk. We lived in, like, these apartments. I can't fucking tell you when or where.
Yeah.
But
it all blends for me, too.
She had a one of those mason jar, not even a mason jar, like one of those ones that seals, like people put pot in. You know, it's got the seal at the top, and it's got a little clasp on it.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
metal, and then you unclasp it and pop it open. She had a bunch of change in a container like that, and came running down and fell on it. Ooh. And it was in like her arm and wedged to her side, like in the pit of her arm.
And it broke?
I don't know. Shattered.
Of course.
And a bunch of it went into her side, like all on her, along her side there, and all in her arm. Bunch of glass.
The same arm that you hit with the golf?
I think so. I think so. That was unintentional to tie those two moments together, but...
Oh.
But, for the record, I was not responsible for that. I think she just rolled her ankle off of that fucking sidewalk, is all it was.
Well, where was she going with the money?
I'm not sure.
Ice cream man?
Probably. I think we were headed to the car or something. To get in the car, to go probably to our dad's or something. I don't know. Again, it was a while ago, but I definitely remember that because I was just like more stuck on like, you fucking fell. And then when I realized that glass had shattered, I was like, oh shit, I'm going to be in trouble for this. Which I don't know why that's a thing. Like even, and like again, maybe it was because I was supposed to be like watching her.
Right.
But it's like, how was I going to prevent that shit?
Yeah.
You can't stop everything.
No, I mean, gravity's gravity.
Yeah. I mean, and once, what is that, like a immovable force?
Object in motion.
Yeah, an immovable object hits a immovable force, or I don't know. I'm fucking up.
Yes.
I apologize, Batman.
Immovable object, immovable force.
Yeah, or I apologize, Joker, technically.
True.
But, but either way, that's neither here nor there. That's just another injury, though, that my sister acquired.
The list is long and distinguished.
Yeah. Oh, one time she was leaving our neighbor's house from swimming, and she stepped on, those cheap-ass little baby trees that have to be held up with two wood stakes on either side?
Yeah.
Well, this tree had long been removed, and I guess just one of the stakes remained, but it was, like, cut down to the bottom, like, broken. My sister fucking stepped on it, And as she stepped on it, not only did it pierce through her fucking foot, the heel of it, she stepped and it broke off.
Oh,
like
of course it did.
It splintered into her foot.
It couldn't have been any easier or anything,
Yeah, it couldn't just been a clean in and out injury, It had to be a full on. I mean, and then she hobbled home, blood marks the whole way. And again, this was like not the next door neighbor, but 2 houses down. So just like distance. A stump bloodiness, just. Ugh. And then.
So your mom got good at first aid.
Yeah, my mom, bless her heart, she didn't have boys, but damn, we put her through some stuff with our injuries. Between that, my sister, we took her to the doctor and they gave us like this cream that she had to put on her foot. And eventually, it's so gross because we were just like, you're not going to take that fucking wood out of her foot? They're like, no, it'll work itself out. I had no idea how amazing the body was until this point, or up until this point. It literally, like a week later, popped out of her foot. A chunk of wood. I mean, over an inch of just like, it looked like tan bark, okay? But it was, that's because it was like all wet from being inside of her body. Like, that's crazy. But, yeah, no, that. My mom was just like, what the fuck? She's like, you guys aren't allowed to do that anymore. You can't do that. You can't do that. If you're going to go over there, there has to be so many people there or whatever. I'm just like, fuck. It was one time. She's like, you guys aren't supposed to get injuries like this. But here we are.
Because she also burned her hand, right?
She did. That was when I thought it was me, but it was not. Yeah. And for the record, since we're talking about just crazy injuries, it's not as crazy on like a level of extremity, but this weekend we happened to have my sister actually came out and brought all her children. I say that like there's 15.
I know, like the caravan showed up.
She needs a caravan. I don't know how the fuck she fits all 3 car seats. Like, it's 2 car seats and a booster seat.
Right.
I really struggled trying to get my oldest niece's booster seat back in between the 2 baby car seats. It was a real fucking struggle. Rosa had to help me, and she pulled on one side to pull the other crib out of the way. Not crib, but, seat out of the way. Yeah. And then I'm pulling with the 2-year-old, or almost 2-year-old, in that seat. I'm pulling that seat out so that I can try to wedge in the booster seat for the oldest one. It was fucking crazy. All right. But she brought them all out. I was so excited. I'm still reliving all of the exhausting moments because they were that. I mean, with children, it's great joy, but it's so much
3 children, yeah, so
much exhaustion. But on our last day, on Ciara's last day of being out here, it was Friday. She came Thursday, so I say last day like it was a fucking month or something.
Right.
But she came out Thursday night, and she ended up leaving Friday, but we went and had some lunch first. And it was then that she noticed something shiny in my middle niece, or the younger niece, in her nostril. And she said it looked real shiny, like a metal, like of some sort. And I thought it was just boogers. I was like, oh, it looks like slime.
Shiny boogers.
Yeah, Well, that glistening.
Yeah.
When you got a little bit of snot, and
we learned all about it a couple episodes back.
Yeah, and babies just, they always have a little bit of snot. I mean that's just a thing.
It's just mucus and dirt, I believe, is what you told us.
Really,
yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
I didn't know it was that shiny, but
well, I mean, it's that glistening white or wetness or whatever.
Okay,
it's moisture.
Okay.
It's moisture on the boogers.
So
let's not get too scientific. We did that last time.
Okay.
So, she was just like, no, she was convinced it was something else. I was like, dude, I think that's just, wet boogers. Come to find out, it was not just that. She had me look again, and there clearly was some sort of metallic-looking ball item in my niece's left nostril.
Like a treasure.
Yes. We only saw this mysterious gift, treasure, item, because she happened to be at just the right angle while she was sleeping in my sister's arms.
It cut the light just right.
Yeah, again, I don't even know how Ciara saw it. Even Rosa was just like, how the fuck did she even see that? Like, it could have remained a mystery, is the scary part, okay? But thank goodness she did have the hawk eyes on that and saw it. So then...
The mom eyes.
Yeah, so then from there, I confirm as a secondary, I was like, oh shit, that is something. And Ciara goes into panic mode, as a mother would of a child who has something lodged into her nostril. So she's just like, first thing, she's like, should we fucking go to the ER right now? And I was just like, no, just calm down. It's okay.
Relax.
Let's see what we got here first. And
give me a metal detector.
Well, how are we going to get this out of there? What are we going to do? And I was just like, well, she's like, we're going to need tweezers or something, and we don't have that here. I was like, I have
magnet pliers.
I didn't have those things. But I did have tweezers.
Okay.
And she was unprepared for me to have that. I was like, oh, I totally do. This unibrow says otherwise. But I do have tweezers. So, but then upon pulling them out, I was like, these are too wide set. Her little baby infant nostril, not infant, sorry.
2-year-old.
I don't want people freaking out like I'm trying to shove things up my niece's nose or something. She's almost 2. And, but her nostrils are still small, like that of a fucking toddler, okay? So we went without the tweezers. Instead, my sister happened to have a bobby pin, so I flexed it out to where it would be one straight long bobby pin. And we had minimal time to work with here, okay? I mean, this baby is currently asleep. Who knows for how long? It's like Jack and the Beanstalk, okay?
Yeah, you gotta wait before the giant awakes.
Exactly. So I quickly, but calmly, and in an operation game-setting fashion, managed to pry forward this ball-like object that was in my niece's nose using just the end of the bobby pin. Pulled it forward.
You MacGyvered it.
Yeah, it was nice. Finagled.
Was there duct tape involved?
No. This was... And mind you, we're in a fucking public place. We're in a Mod Pizza.
Oh, that was not brought up.
Yeah, no, this isn't like we're at home on the couch or some shit, okay? We're in a public place. There are multiple people around.
Like, what in the hell are you doing?
Tables filled. There are other parents there, for Christ's sakes. They've got their kids there. I'm over here playing Operation with my niece's nostril.
They're gathering around.
And I know
encouragement crowds.
You have to hit just the right angle on this because I'm imagining anything inside your nose has to tickle a little bit, right? So I don't want to fucking wake her up.
Yeah.
And
so you're playing Operation. If you touch the side, she wakes up.
Yeah, I'm like beep 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 beep, no go. So I get in there and I manage to pull this little ball forward. That's what I've decided to call it. It looks like a BB, or what did I tell you earlier? Like a Mardi Gras bead necklace.
Yeah.
Like, not that my niece has been out partying up or anything like that.
Apparently she has.
But it looked like that, or the beads that you put around your fucking Christmas tree. That sounds a little bit more family setting.
Okay.
So it kind of looked like that.
It's not a family show, but okay.
No, which I told Ciara right when she said it, too. I was just like, well, fuck, she is your kid. My sister, for the record, has had like a dime in her nostril and a marble in her ear at her younger ages. Not now as a grown adult. But she was that kid. She put shit in, you know what I mean? She was just like, well, what the fuck is this ear hole? Let me just put this in there.
I remember some movies with golf balls or something.
That's what she did. She put a button in her nose.
Button?
And the plastic swelled. From the moisture. It was
hey, at least the holes are still
terrible.
there. She can still breathe. Did it whistle?
No, this was like my mom had to take her to the fucking doctor.
Well, that's why she's asked for the doctor first thing for her daughter.
It's instinct now. She's like, oh, when I put things in my ears and in my nose, that's where we went. So I managed to pull it forward just enough to where my sister could because then, of course, as I pulled it forward, it irritated her a little bit. And not irritated, but like, stifled or, got her kind of woke up a little bit.
Your niece?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and again, in a fucking Mod Pizza.
In a Mod Pizza. Surrounded by other parents.
Yes.
With dim lighting.
Yes. And some not parents that are just
what are you doing to this child? Okay.
And then from there, though, Ciara was able to pinch it from the top of her nostrils and push down. I don't know if you heard that. I actually did it to myself.
Yeah, you did. I was waiting for something shiny to come out.
But she managed to push down on this ball-like object, and it pushed out towards the very tip of, the outer rim of the nostril, to where I could grab it with the nails that I did have. We've trimmed them since, so I don't have them anymore. But I grabbed it with my nails. So those nails have
become a lifesaver.
Yeah. Not only for my own nostril picking.
Yeah, which we've covered.
Or coat binging, pinkies. But also
in saving lives of small children nostrils. With jewelry in their nose.
Yeah. So you don't even know, because at this point we did not know it was jewelry.
I'm sorry, treasure in their nose.
Treasure. So I then pluck this golden little nugget from her nostril, only to find out that it didn't fucking end there. I just kept pulling out, and it was a whole earring.
It was like a magic trick.
Fucking earring. It was. It felt
Did
like...
the crowd erupt?
What was that? What is that? The guy that got mauled by the fucking lion? Their own lions?
Siegfried and Roy?
Siegfried and Roy. Thank you. I'm all, I don't remember their names. But yeah, that's how I felt. I was just like, look, ooh.
Did you know in poker, a pair of queens is called Siegfried and Roy?
Why? Because they're a pair of queens? Is that a... nice setup. Ba-dum-bum. We'll have that put in later.
Sure, we'll have that.
Yes, we.
We'll
By we, I mean you.
Exactly. So the crowd erupted then? Applause and things?
So,
did you throw it in something metallic so we can hear the clink sound?
I feel like Rosa should have been dabbing my sweat off my fucking forehead / unibrow. She should have been dabbing sweat. I felt like a fucking medical surgeon, okay? Like, we're Grey's Anatomying my niece's nostril.
Excellent.
And I removed the tumor that was a fucking earring.
That's awesome.
I felt heroic, but I feel like I stifled myself a lot. I was like, no, play it down.
Yeah.
Play it down.
I'll stay calm.
Like, one day we're going to talk about this, and we're going to be like, yeah, your Thea saved your nostril because she got that she hooked the fucking bobby pin around just right. And, one day it's going to be glorious. I mean, it's pretty glorious now. But...
It's now, but she doesn't know what happened because she was asleep
she has
the
no
entire
idea.
time.
Yeah, and then when she awoke, it was like a monstrosity. Of course, she was pissed because she's had her nose now, fondled interior-wise, then a pinching to pushing, then a retrieval of this earring that pulled out some boogers that were attached to the walls of her nostrils. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this thing had fucking growth. Like, it was...
At this point, she probably could breathe really well.
She probably felt great. And then we immediately gave her a slice of pizza, which calmed her down. She's like me.
It is your... Yeah. It's definitely related.
That's my blood there. Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, I will say, I'm a little taken aback in the way that she eats a pizza. She's not appropriate. It's to be frowned upon.
Is it?
She like pushes it just against her face and eats all the toppings and just continues to bite it like that. But
but flat.
Yes, flat against her face. And I mean, she'll bite holes into the crust even. But she never gets the whole crust eaten because she doesn't fucking eat it from the end. It's so crazy.
Have you tried?
No, but to be honest, like, I kind of don't want to shake her spirit. I mean, that's the way she goes about it. That's how she does things, Like, to be honest, it's like Ciara. Like, Ciara will do things the way she wants, whether you tell her one way to do it or not.
Well, how's that worked out so far?
Well, we've got 3 blessings. So, I think it's working, like 30% of the time.
Okay.
That's 10% for each kid.
For each kid, got it.
Yeah. The other 70% we're not even really sure.
We're screwed on that part.
At least that way we know that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just speechless with the...
Yeah, it was, like I said, I was impressed with myself. In case you guys didn't know what that sound was, that was me blowing the end of my nails. Because I actually went to put my hand up kind of like a gun so that I could be like Shooter McGavin, and then I was going to go...
Shooter.
But somehow I just put up all my fingernails, and I blew those instead. I don't fucking know.
Well, they're clean now, and that's the important part.
Yeah, they are actually. They're pretty nice.
We still need to get a picture of them for the Instagram.
Not right now. They're really short.
Here we go.
Well, I just had Rosa trim them yesterday.
How about we just take a picture of Rose's and say it's yours?
We could do that. Hers are really nice.
Are they?
Yeah,
she agrees.
She's got great cuticle beds or whatever they say on Mean Girls.
You have great cuticles.
Yeah.
But are you a fan... we have to get going. Are you a fan of the Santa Clarita Diet?
Oh my fucking God. We just started watching it again. Okay, turns out...
Season 3 just started.
Right. So we just got back onto it because of that. And turns out we had never even finished Season 2.
Idiots.
We still had like 2 or 3 episodes. I know. Fucking shame on us. And it was like the second we started watching it, it was like, how the fuck did we not finish this? Like, it's so good. I love that. Well, I mean, for the record, I love Drew Barrymore. Who doesn't? Like my whole life, right?
Isn't she like America's sweetheart?
She's the best.
And the other dude is in so many movies, and I can't remember his name.
I can't remember any of the movies he's in right now.
And the kid, because of that movie, or that show, is what got him into Vacation, the new Vacation.
No way.
Yeah, way.
I thought he was in that before. I didn't know that the Santa Clarita Diet came out first.
It did.
That's fantastic.
It
If
is.
you're not watching it, please do. Oh, another one. Just because we're on the reference of Netflix, I referenced this one to my sister, and I recommended it strongly because it reminds me of her a little bit. But Schitt's Creek, it's fantastic.
I figured up the creek or
What is it? Up Schitt's Creek without a paddle.
Right,
That's
there
what
it
it is. Whew. We did that. Thank you.
Yeah.
We needed each other on that. But yeah, no, that one I strongly recommend.
Okay.
It's hilarious. I feel like you'll definitely like it also.
Awesome.
But yeah, so those are our two. I guess those would be our two.
Well, we have to
recommendations
throw in the
right now.
Motley Crue.
Oh,
The Dirt.
yes.
Yeah.
Which I haven't actually seen. Oh, my God. And sorry. I'm so sorry to jump all around. But the biggest news currently in my life, I feel like, and most recent, is that holy shit, my mom went and got herself and myself tickets to go see Metallica.
I, like your sister, am not very enthusiastic about that.
I'm sorry.
And I feel that you're not. And that
I'm not
it's not
fully
very
sorry.
sincere.
It's not sincere.
And I would like to talk to your mother about this because it's just
because
a long...
nobody invited you.
No
You
one-
can't
I
sit
was
with
not
us.
invited. Your sister is being left out.
She's
Rosa
not
is being
happy.
left out.
Rosa's
It's-
not being left out. In fact, she likes where she's going to be at.
Well, she's
Look,
just...
we got a head nod of approval.
Yeah, I'm not... so, again,
Apologies.
thank you for listening, and I have
I'm going to go see Metallica,
go
everybody.
see...
And the San Francisco Orchestra. September 6th. I'm so sorry. I'm just fucking ecstatic. Like, when I even heard that the concert was a thing, I immediately...
We did. We both looked
I
at
texted
each
you.
other
I
and
think I
said...
texted you first.
You did, and we're like, let's do this.
I
and,
texted you before I texted my mom, even,
and
I
we
think.
were going to do it, and then you told me that it was sold out, so I didn't bother to look.
That's
and
what I
then-
heard.
Well, that's what I get for
And
listening.
then, even when I looked, and I only, to be honest, I did look, I tried to get tickets, I pulled up what they would be, just so I could get an idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
$320 a ticket. So I was just immediately, I was like, no, I can't, we can't make that happen, because, of course, you gotta pay for that shit right now.
Yeah.
Even though the concert's not till September. So I was just like, nope, we're not gonna be able to do that. I let my mom know, I was like, look, and I had actually just heard, too, on the radio that they were sold out. So I said, hey, I heard on the radio, they're sold out. Also, even if they weren't, they were fucking expensive. And my mom made a superior decision, I'll call it. maybe lightly beveraged.
Driven?
Driven.
Yeah.
Lightly sauced. She made a lightly sauced decision that ultimately became the best decision ever. Just because, again, I mean, you never know. This could be the last time they fucking tour.
Are you sure she even bought it? Maybe she thought she bought it.
No. I got full confirmation. Like, she sent me the email.
Bummer.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're not. So
Although
keep saying
it was funny though, because in her state at the time, she was like, she saw, woo, we got fucking front row, you know, like she was all mega pumped, and like at the time, like I was just going with it. I'm all fucking front row tickets, hell yeah. And then I was looking at them, and I was like, I don't think that's front row. Which is fine. It does not need to be front row.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a-
fucking going.
it's a-
I could be sitting.
it's a
I could be
sympathy.
outside I could be sitting outside the stadium, and I'd be happy with that. Okay, but
Well,
no.
let's do that then. I'll go, and you can sit outside.
No.
You said you'd be happy that way.
I mean, I would if my mom would also be happy that way. But she got us tickets for us to fucking go. Motherfucker. We're going.
All right, Sierra, I guess you and I are standing outside with Rosa.
Actually, Rosa's gonna be comfortable. She'll probably be at a spa day.
Oh, well, that's lovely, too.
See how she doesn't mind the day? How it's
No,
gonna be?
at this point, yeah, why not? Everyone's getting what they want. Except for us.
Man, except for poor Dave, who
And Sierra.
usually can't even get a Pokemon after we raid it. And
Then you had to bring that up.
it's just you've got real shit
I'd
odds
like
lately.
to thank everyone for listening, and this will
This will
probably
be
be
our
our
last.
last episode. So leave comments or questions, or don't, because at this point it doesn't even matter anymore. What we're going to
If Dave,
do...
if I end up dead, just check Dave to be sure that he's not trying to convince my mom that he should get the Metallica ticket that I should have gotten. If that happens.
If she's not here this next episode, just wait some more.
Just wait longer.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to work on something for our next episode. This one didn't fall through like we had planned, but we
Sorry,
are working
Sierra.
on something. So we're just going to leave it at that. Questions, comments, emails, we're available for all of it. Let us know. Keep listening. Tell your friends. What do you got to say for yourself?
If you got any sort of comments about me fishing out that jewelry out of my niece's nostril, you can just hold on to that. Write it down on a piece of paper. Maybe dampen it just lightly, ever so lightly. And if you lay on your side, you should be able to slide that right up your asshole. Thank you, and good night.